Hey there, hi, it's me, Stacey Lee, and of course I'm here with Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to Mixed Format, and thank you for joining me. Who doesn't want to feel strong and supple? I know I sure do. So in today's class, I'll be mixing strength with yoga so we could be strong and supple. First, I'll start us off with a yogic warm-up. We'll be standing. Then we'll move on to 3 different types of strength training. Dumbbell training with just one dumbbell, so you'll need that. I'd like you to place it into a space that you can grab it easily. We'll do some tubing strength training, and before we get started, please be sure that you check your tubing to make sure there are no rips or tears, and then we'll move on to body weight strength training. Then we'll move on to some yoga, and we'll be practicing on the floor. For our last yogic section, you could take your shoes off if you'd like, and I'd like you to practice on a mat or a carpet. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. All right, let's go ahead and get started right in the center of your space. Bring your feet together and squeeze your knees in tight. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep down. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth, thumbs up. Inhale, reach up, hold up, and reach towards the ceiling, one arm at a time, stretching overhead, spreading your fingers very wide, and stretching along your side bodies. Both hands come to your chest. Interlace your fingers and massage into the webbing in between your fingers. Flip your hands inside out. Oh, that feels good. All right, flip your hands back. Let's work through your wrists just a little bit and get your hands and your wrists ready to hold your dumbbell. Now interlace your fingers again, but point your index finger up. This is called steeple grip in yoga. It's like the steeple of a church. And now stretch up overhead. Bend a little bit to the right and bend a little bit to the left. Each time you bend from side to side, exhale. Once more. Return to center. Separate your hands and now roll your shoulders back. Ooh, I love this exercise. So you're leading with your elbows, thumbs pointed back. You're opening up your chest. Now, as you open your chest, and later I'll call this cactus arms, like the cactus plant, as you're rolling your cactus plant back, draw your tailbone down towards the ground so that you could feel your lower back starting to lengthen. Okay, hold your elbows back, flip your palms up, open up your chest and tilt your chin. Remember, tailbone down. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, reach up high, mountain pose. So fingers are wide, thumbs back. Now sweep your arms forward and bend your knees. Hands on your thighs. Straighten and bend and straighten and bend. For those of you who are more accomplished with fitness, you might be surprised to find that yoga is so similar. We often just call the exercises by different names or have a slightly different approach, but they're so similar. Okay, hold this one up, lengthen your spine, straighten out your knees the best you can, abdominals engaged. Now bend your knees and stand tall. So that was a very basic variation of a sun salutation. I'd like to repeat it a few times, okay? So follow along with me. Sweep your arms up overhead. This is the mountain pose. Steeple grip. Bend to the right, bend to the left. Reach up, mountain pose. Separate your arms. Open up your elbows, cactus arms. Reach up, mountain pose. Sweep down, bend your knees. Straighten, bend, stand tall. Again, inhale, mountain pose. Steeple grip, right and left. Mountain pose, cactus arms. Mountain pose, sweep down, straighten, bend, stand. Inhale, mountain pose, steeple grip, right and left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, stretch up mountain. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Stand tall one more time. Inhale, mountain pose. Steeple grip, right and left. Mountain pose, open wide cactus arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, sweep down, bend your knees. Straighten, bend, and hold. Step your feet apart. Twist your shoulders from side to side. Come back to the center. Draw your tailbone down to the floor. Feel your lower back stretch. Lengthen your spine and stand up. Okay, that was our official warm-up. Please pick up one dumbbell and we'll continue warming our body from the inside out. So one dumbbell, you'll hold it horizontally just like this. Separate your feet very wide. Sink down into a sumo squat. Stand up, pivot, twist. Return to me. Sumo. This time the other way. Pivot, twist. Sink down, twist right. Sink down, twist left. Make sure that you're allowing your heel to come up off the ground as you pivot. Two more times. Sink low. Pivot. Last time. Sink and pivot. Face me. Place your dumbbell into your left hand. Step wide, toes front. Now lower your weight down. Lunge over to the right side. Stand and flip your weight. Do that again. Lunge, flip, press. Lunge, flip, press. Now when you press, you might notice that it feels really nice to press your right shoulder back. Get a little twist, twist, and down. Twist, lunge, and press. So when you lunge, let your tailbone slide back behind you, like you're reaching your butt towards the back wall. Let's do this one more time. Okay, mindfully transfer your weight. Your toes are still pointed forward, feet are still wide. Bring your left hand to your thigh. Lunge, lengthen your spine. Push up with your left hand and flip your weight, elbow down. Got it? Let's do it. Down and flip. This time we'll add the press. Down, press. All right. Lunge, flip, press. Lunge, flip, press. Wow, I'm really getting warmed up now. I hope you are too. Lunge, flip, and press. Keep going. Two more. This is your last one. Okay, hold your weight, transfer your weight to your left hand, pivot so that you're facing the right side of the room, and lunge down just a little bit. Now keep your thumb pointed up. This is all shoulder work. You'll lift straight up in front of you, then out to a diagonal, and then right out to the side and lower down. It's 3 points for your shoulder and down. Front, diagonal, side, and down. Simultaneously, you're working your legs in this isometric lunge. I almost said squat. Lift and down and lift. 2, 3, and down. Your core is strong. You've got a little sparkle behind your eyes too. Last time. Lower down. hinge up, turn towards me. Pivot over to your left side, transfer your weight. Lean forward. It's an isometric, meaning that you don't move, lunge, right? You're holding your lunge position. Then thumb up, lift front, diagonal, side, and down. Again, lift, diagonal, side, and down. You're exhaling as you're moving your arm. And down, keep going. 2, 3, and down. Lift, 2, 3, and down. You've got 3 more, and then we're putting our dumbbell down, okay? Just prepare. You've got 2 more, and this is your last one. Woo, I'm really feeling this. I hope you are too. And down, stand up, roll your shoulders, place your dumbbell onto the chair, pick up your tubing. Come over to the far side of your space, step on the tubing with both feet, bring your hands up to your hips. Now step your feet hip distance apart, maybe even just a little bit wider, and you'll squat. Step, squat, step, squat, step, squat, and then take it to your other side. Now you might not have as much space as I do, or you might have more space. So you can continue going in one direction if you like. Let's switch. Squat, oof, I'm feeling this in my butt muscles and the outsides of my legs. I hope you are too. One more. All right, now separate your feet, crisscross your tubing, hinge forward with your core strong, and row. So you're pulling your elbows wide to the side. Now, it's really important for you to keep your abdominal muscles engaged to protect your lower back. And we want to make sure we exhale on the exertion. That means when you work, you exhale. Elbows wide to the side, hands come up towards your rib cage. This is an upper back exercise that will help to strengthen your upper back and enhance your posture. 3, 2, 1 more please. Lower down, stand up, uncross your tubing. Now you can stay on your tubing with 2 feet or just switch to 1 foot. The choice is yours. 1 foot will make the exercise a little bit easier. So I'll show you both options. I'd like you to keep a little bit of space between your elbows and your torso. Okay, you can keep going right here. If you need more resistance in your tubing, then just step on your tubing with both feet. Moving quickly today, we're being really efficient. Say to yourself, self, I'm getting strong and supple. This is the strength part. Supple will come next. All right, lower both hands down. Now, flip your palms and just press back. Now you're stepping on the tubing with 1 or 2 feet. But please look at me as I press. It's important to keep your torso stable. In other words, don't go boop and lean forward, okay? Stay upright. And it will help if you keep your abdominals engaged. It will also help if you squeeze your butt cheeks just a little bit. Relax the muscles in your neck. And every time you exert energy, exhale. I just checked our timer and we are right on time. We're doing great. And you've done a lot of work for all of your major muscle groups so far. You should be really proud of yourself. Last one. Okay, soften your knees, step off the tubing. Let's lower down to the ground and you'll bring your tubing with you. So separate your legs just like this. Front hand, front thigh, lower down slowly, there's no rush. And once you arrive on the floor, extend your legs out in front of you just like this. Now you do have about 15 seconds if you want to grab a quick sip of water, do it right now. And now let's set up for our next exercise. You'll take your tubing underneath your feet. Keep your ankles flexed. Now you can, to make the exercise more challenging, which I'm going to do, you can cross the tubing. And now we're just going to row back. So yes, we're doing 2 rowing exercises today, 2 exercises for your back muscles. In my experience, we typically don't get to take advantage of enough upper back strengthening exercises. So I like to add them in when I can. And the tubing is such a great piece of equipment for that, because I could really feel this. I hope you can too. Exhaling each time you pull back, make sure you're sitting tall. We've got 3 more. 2, now listen up, we've got a little bonus here. Hold this one back, flip your palms up, little squeeze, squeeze, 1 more, exhale, squeeze, smile, and relax. Okay, we are done with the tubing. You can push that off to the side right now. Now I'm going to take my shoes off. That's optional, but we're gonna do a little bit of core work and then we're moving on to yoga. And if you take a lot of classes with me, you know how much I like to be barefoot. So you're welcome to keep your shoes on if you prefer. Okay, let's lay down on your side. And now onto your back. Lay your hands by your side, arms are flat. All right, so reach for your heels and now lift your hips up. Before we do anything at all, I'd like you to check in with your knees. If your knees are feeling tender, then scoot your feet forward just a little bit. Okay, now squeeze the muscles of your seat, squeeze, and then just come halfway down. Exhale, lift, and halfway down. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Ooh, getting stronger. Did you know that your glutes are actually part of your core? It's true. Your core is your torso, right? Which includes your hips and your shoulder girdle. So working your glutes helps to give you a stable and strong core. And when our core is strong, we're capable of anything. When you're strong from the center, you could do anything you want. Yeah, 3 more, almost everything. 2, last one please. Exhale. Whew, I'm gonna need a stretch after this. Lower your hips down, hands behind your head, crunches. So we'll do a little more core work. Now we're focused on abdominals. Exhaling and lifting your shoulders off the ground. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Keep it going. You're doing great. As long as you're still here with me, you're doing great. Exhaling as you lift. Tell yourself, self, I'm doing great. All right, let's have 3 more. And 2. Now hold this one up. Listen, a little bonus. Lift higher, halfway down. Higher, halfway down. 4, halfway down. 3, just halfway. 2, halfway down. Last one, and relax. Now you might have noticed that I've got very relaxing, chill music on today, right? We don't have to move fast to strength train. We can take our time and breathe easy. This is like a little country folk song, I think. I don't know, but that's okay. We can breathe easy, get strong. It allows us to work at a pace that feels efficient, effective. We're not rushing, we're not stressed. If you take a lot of classes with me, you know that I'm a yogi and I like to relax even as I get strong. That's just my style. Every trainer has a different style, right? Keep going. You've got 6 and 5. You're twisting with your elbows back. 4, knee to your shoulder. 3, keep going. You've got 2. This is your last one. All right, lower down. All right, stretch your arms overhead, take up lots of space and say yes. Inhale, exhale, and reach and reach and reach through your fingers and your toes. Okay, relax your arms by your sides, bend your knees, lower your knees towards me and roll to your side to help yourself up. Okay. Now we're going to move on to a bit of a yogic feel. I'd like you to come to an easy seat, and that can be crisscross legs, or this is called the broken shoelace, and it's really very comfortable. One foot is out in front of you, and then you line your other foot back behind that, and you simultaneously get to open up your hips. Now it's important though that you do not round through your spine. So do your best to sit upright, and you might find that it's easier to cross your legs. Okay, so sit as tall as you can in the most comfortable position, cross-legged position or seated position that you can. And now stretch up overhead, mountain pose. Interlace your hands, steeple grip, go right and left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart. You recognize this, don't you? Let's do our arm flow once again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale your hands to your heart. Now bring your right hand across your lap, your left hand to your head. My hair is all coming out, oops. Take it over to your right side. So you're stretching up and over, reaching your elbow towards the ceiling. And now turn your head up, eyes gazing at the ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Okay, lift yourself back up. Open your arms wide. And now left hand across your lap, right hand behind your head. You might notice that one side feels a little bit tighter than the other side. I sure notice on my body that I'm not perfectly symmetrical. Imagine that. Perfectly imperfect. That's what we are. Anchor your hip down as you stretch, and now lift your eyes up. Okay, return to center. Reach up, mountain pose. It's time for our arm flow. Interlace, steeple grip. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Now before our next exercise, I'd like you to switch your legs. So whichever leg is on top or in front, switch those. Okay, now open your arms wide and twist over to the right. So your left hand comes to your knee, your right hand is back behind you, and you can place your fingertips down on the ground. Do your best to straighten your arm and press into your fingers so that your spine is long and tall. Twisting, twisting, twisting. Say, please return to me slowly. Open up, and then reach back with your left arm. Right arm crosses. Lengthen your spine, twisting, twisting, twisting. Please return to me slowly. Arm flow, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale your hands to your heart. Okay, now, if you do a lot of yoga, I think you're really gonna like this variation on butterfly or garland pose. Okay, so this is a nice hip opener and it's a really fun variation. Fold your right leg just like this, and maybe your foot is close to your body if you're very flexible, or maybe it's out further, your choice. Now your left leg comes up, and you could hold on to your leg and use your leg as leverage so that you could sit tall. Now bring your right hand to the inside of your knee and gently nudge it out. You're becoming your own personal trainer here, helping yourself through your stretches. Now bring your hand back behind you, just like we just did, and twist and twist and twist. Oh, I really like this position, this variation. Okay, soften and return to me slowly. Now let's do the other side. Okay, so one knee is pointed outward, one knee is up. Now your feet could touch, but they don't have to. So if you need a little bit more space to feel comfortable, then take all the space you need. All right. Okay, now you can hold on to this front leg to lift your body upright so that you're tall. And when we're tall, we give our vertebra a little bit more space, and that's important when we twist. Okay, so now reach your left hand back, prop yourself up, and twist, and twist, and twist. Please exhale a lot. And now return to the center. Okay, ooh, that feels so good. I hope you feel as good as I do. I'd like you to fold both of your knees into one direction. We're coming to a tabletop. I've got one pretty strong series here, but we won't be here long, so give me the best you've got, okay? Now if you've taken your shoes off, if you're barefoot, I'd like you to curl your toes under, just like mine are. Okay, and now open up your fingers very wide, hover your knees off the floor, and now we'll press into downward facing dog. Let your head hang heavy, and then bend one knee and bend the other knee. Now, as soon as you lower your head down, you're going to feel a tremendous amount of pressure as the blood starts to rush into your head. So you'll feel your skin start to puff up, and you'll feel your eyeballs puff up a little bit. We're still pedaling our feet, right? It's important when we're upside down to exhale because of all that additional pressure. Okay, bend both knees, lower to the ground. Shake your hands out. Okay, so remember, when we're upside down, exhale, okay? All right, let's do that again. Press yourself up, downward facing dog. Now listen, lift your left leg up in the air, bend your knee, and twist open. Exhaling. Straighten your leg, bring your foot down, bend your knees, lower to the ground, and sit back, child's pose. Now flip your palms up. It was pretty strong. We're gonna do it again on the other side. Ready, set, come with me, here we go. Come on up, tabletop. Fold your toes. Exhale, engage your core, lift your knees, downward facing dog. This time lift your right leg up. Bend your leg, flex your ankle. Open up your hip. So it might feel that you're gonna tip over, but just hang on. You've got 3 points of contact, your 2 hands and your foot. You should feel your hip opening up, and the whole class has prepped you for this so far. Straighten your leg, bring your foot down, bend your knees, sit back, child's pose, flip your palms up. Congratulations. Strong and supple, strong and supple. Press yourself up to tabletop, please. Fold your knees, lay down on your side, and roll onto your back. Once you're safely on your back, draw your knees into your chest and then reach for your toes. So you could use your peace fingers, like when you make a peace sign, and hook your big toes if that's accessible. Otherwise, you could hold your ankles, or you could hold the fabric of your pants and just pull your knees into your armpits. Now, our very last exercise is called Shavasana, and that's when you simply lay in place and breathe. Some yogic gurus tell us that Shavasana is the most important posture that we could practice because it allows all the work that we just did to integrate into our body. So I encourage you, please, to stay in this posture 3 to 5 minutes, even after the video ends. Just enjoy yourself. Okay, let's release out of happy baby. Bring your feet down to the floor. Slide your legs out and flip your palms up. This is your Shavasana. Say to yourself, self, I'm so proud of you for showing up today. You moved your body, you breathed deeply, you took good care of yourself. You became just a little bit more strong and supple than you were just 30 minutes ago. You're a slightly different person than you were earlier today, and you are moving in the right direction. It was an honor and privilege to be your guide. I hope you had a good experience with me. And if you did, come back. Let's do more of this stuff again. I'll see you soon. Namaste.